check my audio. Let's see where we at with this. Let's see where we at. You check my audio. Let's see where we at with this. Let's see what. Alright, it was double for a while. I was checking my audio. For everybody who up in here, Ryan Real, what's going on? DC Spotted, what's happening? What's up, everybody? Man, share this stream if y'all can. Hit that like button as well. Shout out to 3 that popped right on up. They let me know the notifications going on out. I ain't did a live on the boxing channel in a minute. Man, trying to get these other 2 channels going, get back ready for the February 26th week opening of SLK50 TV. The main channel gonna be opening up. We're gonna try to keep it open like Vegas over there, you hear me? I'm gonna try to be live like, I ain't gonna say. It's just gonna be different. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a work in progress. I'm gonna call it the living channel. It's gonna be constantly changing. Same stuff, but constantly adding. Let's say that. Not changing, constantly adding over there. So, you know, if you're not subbed up to Slick 50 TV, please go there, sub up to Slick 50 TV. But for right now, make sure you take your time out to hit that like button right now. We're gonna get into this. Y'all see that title, Deontay Wilder versus Mark Breland. This is getting ridiculous. Not just by them, by a whole lot of other publications and quote unquote not media, new media. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be for the fans, but let me go turn this music down for y'all, or turn it off per se. Let's go cut it off because I got a lot of other stuff I'm gonna show y'all. So peep it. We're just gonna run it like this. Deontay Wilder came out, did an interview. Mark B, stop it. Rewind. No, and double rewind. Mark Breland came out, did an interview. All right, with the Fight Is Right podcast. Dope podcast. I did a video on it. When I did that video, it was funny because I knew it was gonna be some retribution. He was gonna say something back to what Deontay allegations were. Right? And I thought it was funny because the way he was popping off, you know how older people be when they pop off at the mouth. I just laugh at it. You know, that's something we do here. You know, once you get a certain age, you can say stuff. It's like you can say what you want. We just, you know what I'm saying? It just becomes a joke to me. It just becomes very funny to me. It's never personal once you hit that golden age, you know, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying? And he just was defending himself. A lot of people say he did not deny that he didn't do nothing to the water. To me, he said enough to do it. Now, they was going to the part where he waved it off. But the wave off was more of he wasn't going to speak. It wasn't that he couldn't speak about it. He just wasn't going to speak about it. All right. And then he did allude to the fact when he said, why would I spike your water? I'm there to help you win. I want you to win. So that right there tells me that's saying that you did not spike his water, even though he didn't say exactly, I did not spike your water. That's saying that if I'm saying that, if I say, why would I spike your water? That's saying I didn't spike your water. And I'm saying I'm there to help you win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get stuck on that. But there was a lot of stuff in that interview. That's why I was telling people to go watch the entire interview because there's some funny stuff going on over there. I mean, it was hilarious. And it was serious. And you got to, like I said, you got to learn about Mark Breland. It wasn't all about Deontay Wilder. Now, recently, Deontay Wilder has done an interview with 7A Sports. He's part of LD, was the Lions Den boxing community. All right? And it's a lot of YouTubers that are part of that community. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But he had an interview with 7A Sports, which I watch him. I do. And he had some things to say about Mark Breland. He fed him. He knew his kids. And all of these things, though, right? But my point is this. It's already the media is being biased. And I'm starting to see a lot of YouTubers being biased. Not necessarily 7-8. I'm not pointing a finger. I'm not pointing a finger at nobody. But all I can do is my favorite saying, the shoe fits. All right? You can't want to broadcast or be a public syndicate or, you know, publication syndicate, like, you know, you want to broadcast, be a broadcaster in boxing or things like that and be biased. It just doesn't work. So for me, my favorite saying about boxing is this right here: be a fan of boxing before you become a fan of a boxer. Okay, and you'll find it a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? That's what the casual fan does. A casual fan picks a boxer he likes to follow and just sticks with him. For me, I'm a casual basketball fan. Now, when I was younger, I was hardcore, but now I'm just a casual basketball fan. I can't tell you really nothing about stats in basketball. I can't tell you nothing. I just follow my favorite basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have a new team. I have a uh, old team, my Bulls. Always gonna be my team, but I mean, I have favorite players now versus a favorite team. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna break down some points where like both interviews didn't explain anything. I have people saying like, "Oh, Mark Breland had to do something with the water. He had. I think he did. I think." And if like I was taught, thinking is one thing, knowing is another. But people are taking this word thinking and make it sound like fact. But I will point out the facts for y'all. All right. Some of the stuff was fact and some wasn't. But the things was when it gets off track, that's where people get lost in the sauce. So Mark Breland was wording things wrong and things like that. Right? Said he could beat AJ. AJ ain't got a jab. Also, people ran with that. He didn't necessarily say I did not spike his water when he blatantly said that. Why would I spike your water if I'm there to why would I spike your water if I'm there to help you win? That is the number one thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're there for. And also, he's been there all that time. He said that as well. He's never took a shot at that man or anything like that. Why now, right? But like I said, watch the interview. There's a lot of inconsistencies and things like that. The number one thing I caught my ear when Mark Breland, I said, "Okay, now Mark, you capping. He said, "If you look at any of that footage, I didn't give him no water." Right? Just to show you how truthful I am, I could show you right now. Just take a look behind me. And who do you see giving him water? Who do you see him giving water? That's the second fight. See, I'm not biased like everybody else, bro. I remembered that. I was like, what? You did give that man some water when he said that though, right? But he was so hot and passionate about what he's talking about. You know how some people just run over their words and things like that. It is what it is. But he did give that man water. And that was the most contradicting thing he said, all right, out that whole interview, to be honest with you. Now, everything else about the other boxers, he said he doesn't believe that Deontay could beat Tyson Fury. Plenty of people believe that. But it seemed to be more intensified if he believes that. And he had his reasoning for saying that, but he never did get his reasoning, his chance to explain that reason. Again, check out the interview. The fight is right. It's over there. You know what I'm saying? With Spence Fearon. Shout Spence for stopping through too. And Tunde. All right. Now, I will say this. Come to find out, Mark Breland wasn't even supposed to be answering any questions about Deontay. He only accepted a request to do the podcast due to if he was not going to be asked any questions about Deontay. What happened was I was watching the Trill Boxing. Man, I be messing people's names. So many boxing shows I watch on YouTube, y'all. The Black Boxing Fan. He know if he's watching this, you know I'm not trying to mess your channel. The Black Boxing Fan. You can type that in, but it's Trill Boxing. All right, and it'll come up. All right. And Tunde was on there, and he was basically explaining like he didn't know, so he thinks that Spence knew that he was going to ask him those questions. So Spence just sat there and was quiet. So it sounded like Spence was the one set the interview up. Tunde didn't know, so Tunde was the one asking the questions. So he got asked the questions, so naturally Breland had to answer, right? So let's just make that be clear. Now, fast forwarding, then all of a sudden, Deontay has an interview with 7A Sports. Shout out to 7A Sports. That was a cool interview. That man sounded more hurt than anything. I got to admit that. He sounded hurt. But nevertheless, it started off as an interview. Then it ended up sounding like I got to be honest, it sounded like a homeboy's conversation. All right? That's what it sounded like. And and there's plenty of things he said that caught my eye when they was having this interview in the beginning. He said he believed it was the water, and he said he was drinking certain waters on the way to the ring. All right. He also said the atmosphere didn't feel right, felt like something was going down. All right, and it wasn't going to go in his favor. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all. I apologize for that. Polo J, what's going on? I apologize for that. He said that he felt like it wasn't going to go in his favor. Now, this is on the way to the ring. He's stating this. All right, and then it was another part of the interview where he said Breland wasn't supposed to throw the towel, as we heard him say. But he said he heard Tyson Fury camp yelling in that corner saying, go throw the towel. There's a rematch. And there's a rematch in the contract. Throw in the towel. So he felt like that was an influence of him throwing in that towel. All right. Then he went on to say that they have proof that there was something in the gloves and all of that. So he don't know why Mark Breland was saying all that stuff he was saying. Now, my thing is this, then why have you brought this proof out? Why are you going to mediations and the other level? Why are you doing all of that? If you have a man, now this is me talking here. If a man has a blunt object in his gloves and it fractures your skull, I don't have no waves now, so y'all can see my skull right now, for real. And you put a dent right here, that's not leaving. You're going to have that surgically fixed. There will be a scar, or that dent's going to be there forever. It doesn't pop out like a dent, okay? Like you got a dent puller no, it doesn't work like that, okay? So therefore, and also that's criminal charges. It wouldn't be no mediations and all of that. It'll be criminal charges being brought forth. That's the only thing I have with this story, right? All right. Then he went on to say that, Tyson Fury is known for cheating. They went on talking like that. And then he said, I have a guy in their camp. Now, this is on 7A Sports interview with DEONTAY, okay? It's at 24 minutes, 58 seconds. If you don't believe me, he said, I have a guy in their camp. They practice it. So if you knew this beforehand, I don't even have to go into that. All right? That's what I took for it. Like you say, speak it, believe it, receive it. So what I think is he felt something. Now, I want to point some things out. Like I said, both of them were talking a lot of nonsense and both of them had their facts. All I'm saying is take both stories with a grain of salt, because the only thing that's what took me so long. Like when Mark Breland came out, I hopped on it. I knew it was going to be funny and stuff, whatever the case may be. And that's what it was. And it was about boxing as well. But at the same time, just take both stories with a grain of salt, and it is what it is, instead of people picking sides. We're talking about a trainer versus a boxer, bro. The boxer is more hurt from losing than anything. Now I'm going to give you what I think that happened. Okay? I'm going to tell you what I think happened. All right? What I think really happened was it did have something to do with the suit. It's just that when people were laughing at it, he had to come up with something else. Mind you, he didn't even come up with nothing else. It was his camp that came up with it. If you remember, we didn't hear nothing from DEONTAY. We didn't hear nothing from DEONTAY until Tyson Fury announced that he was fighting somebody else. But we did hear from DEONTAY saying about the suit. Now they're trying to, also he brought up in an interview with 7-8. Why would I bring up the suit? That was the first thing I could reach for. Something said like that, and I'm not trying to mess it up, so don't quote me on it. Feel free to go look at 7A Sports, DEONTAY interview. You'll see exactly what I'm saying. But I knew what he said was a lie, because that did come out of his mouth. It was a statement that was being made. Did the media misconstrue it? I'm going to show it to you guys as well. Let me go and start queuing this up while I'm talking. All right. Also, I have the people. This is stuff I've been watched You know what I'm saying? And I just chose not to act on it. But I got Joe D's talking about the scratch. He says it's a scratch in his ear. Joe D's acknowledged that's a cut. Deontay Wilder immediately tells somebody about the suit after the fight. And then the people who made the suit that he called and even acknowledged. And what's so funny is one of the guys said that was trying to talk like it wasn't heavy, but it looked like the pressure was weighing on the other guy. Like, forget, I gotta tell the truth type stuff. And I'm not. I want y'all to give me your perception on that, because he just interrupted the other guy like, yeah, but he did acknowledge that it was too heavy. So I believe the heavy suit thing was real, right? I believe the heavy suit thing is real. Shout out to everybody coming up in this thing. Polo J, I see you, baby. E Double, what's going on? Do me a favor, guys, if y'all can. Share the stream and hit that like button, all right? Give me 1 second, okay? 1 second, y'all. Ooh, my bad, my bad. I forgot where I was, y'all. Oh, about the two guys or whatever the case may be. I'm just going to get into it and we're going to run through it because I don't want to get clapped for it, but I feel like it's necessary that you guys need to see this, all right? Ron Real said, I don't think the fight's going to happen either. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't, because I stand on what Tyson Fury said. If that was me, I would feel the same way. The more he talks, the more I think the fight won't happen. I don't think it's just that. Just the more it makes him look weak. You know what I'm saying? It makes him look bad. Like, even when Mark BRELAND came out and said something, man, I wouldn't have said anything. I would just let him talk. All these, look, let's just do the rundown. You got the suit, weight in the gloves, right? They said it was weights in the glove. And that's the two main things. Now it was water. So long, it was a rumor about biceps. I don't believe that, but those three things were the main things. All right, it was a weight in his glove, and then they said his glove was pulled down. Look, man, he shouldn't have let his camp come up with all that. I just think they thought they had to come up with some stuff when people was laughing about the suit. But like I said, I think the suit was a factor. I did go back and watch the fight. He was sweating profusely when I can't never say that word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When he pulled the helmet off, people was like, he wasn't right, his eyes, and he was pawing his face. He was pawing his face because he was so, like, drenched in sweat. All right. Now, do I think it made a significant impact on him where he could use that as an excuse? No, I really don't. I just don't. I do know you carrying weight, you know what I'm saying? Then you dealing with all that weight of Tyson Fury put together may have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, right here, Reimer said, definitely don't understand why you walk around with a bunch of heavy shit before not only this fight, but any fight. Thank you. Me too. Wilder keeps slandering people's character also. Out of everything he's saying, he's not saying he wants to get back in the ring. Facts. Well, he supposed to fight Charles Murphy, Prince Charles, so I don't know. They're trying to say that might be off. That fight might be off now. So I don't know, but you can pay attention to the screen that is wrong side right here. We're going to listen to JD's real quick. And this is immediately after the fight.
We
Oh man, we gotta pay homage to the commercials. Let's get this man paid. Shout out to Boxing Social.
Talk to me about that fight.
Tough fight. You know, we've been on the plus side of 40-something of these, so this is a new experience. But you know, it's life. This is life. Everything's not going to go your way all the time. You gotta take the good with the bad, and you gotta come back.
It seems to me like Deontay never really recovered from the shot to the ear in, I think, the third round. Would that be accurate?
Well, until I see the video, it's hard for me to say exactly what happened. I'm not sure. You know, his legs didn't look great to me early on. I didn't think his legs looked like they normally look, and so I know he came to the ring, and they're very, very like the outfit was very heavy, and
you heard that, right? You heard that outfit was very heavy. This is right after the fight.
I don't know if that had to do with it, or if you know, Tyson's a lot of weight to be putting on you as well.
You heard that?
I don't know. I don't know exactly all the answers yet. But once I see the film, I'll know more.
How is Deontay currently?
He's good. He had like just a little cut inside the ear.
You heard him. He has a cut inside the ear. Now, during that 7-8 interview and before that, he addressed that he has a scratch in the inside of his ear. He believes that Tyson Fury stuck his finger inside of his ear and scratched him. Let's continue.
And whether, I don't know how much that affected his equilibrium, but he's good.
Talk to me about the stoppage. Obviously, we saw the towel coming from Mark BRELAND.
Yeah, Mark. I haven't talked to Mark. I got to figure out exactly what happened there. You know, Deontay's a go out on his shield kind of guy, and he's let that be known. And so you know, it was a little bit of a surprise to me, because Deontay is such a puncher that, you know, you have to give him every benefit of the doubt, because he can turn things around.
How impressed were you with Tyson Fury's performance tonight?
He did a great job. He had a great team, and he came in with a game plan, and he did what he had to do. I'm hopeful that we get a rematch.
Now I'm gonna stop it right there before I get clapped. Now check this out. Does that sound like a man that thought somebody was cheating? He just gave Tyson Fury all the props in the world and everything. Does that sound like a man that thought his boxer was cheated? That's all I'm saying. Now, this ain't the refute. I'm just saying he acknowledged the weight of the thing or whatever. And all I'm saying is this. I would have stuck with the weight thing and coming to the ring. It makes the most sense, but putting the egg weight in a glove, Mark BRELAND in your water. Mind you, for those who don't understand boxing, you get tested beforehand and after. I'm not understanding these people talking about, man, you can be drugged, you know, and they can't see it, or they look for certain stuff. Look, bruh, if something like that could take you out, muscle relaxer, that's coming up. That's a narcotic. It's going to come up from what he's saying. So, just one, hey, I don't know if y'all was hip to that, but that's how it goes. You're getting drug tests before and after. Anything like that, take your legs out, has to be a narcotic. From what he's claiming. So, I'm just saying, this ain't no hatred against Deontay. It's just that don't pick sides. Like, just pay attention to everything that's going around. Again, this man right here, well, him too, him and him need to have a sit down, if you ask me. I think if you fired Mark BRELAND, you should have fired your whole team and rebuilt. Because you actually don't know who did what. You get what I'm saying? You don't know who did what. Now, that was right after the fight, ladies and gentlemen, right? Him being a puncher just a puncher is the problem. We're going to get to that. My outfit was too heavy. Now we're going to play this.
Since 2000,
shout out to UC Productions. This is on his channel.
Stock market by nearly 5 times.
Now you see this back in February 24. Like I said, I be having stuff saved, bro.
So Deontay Wilder has done his first official interview since the fight happened 2 nights ago. And this interview is a written interview, so I don't believe this.
Now, mind you, everybody else talking about, oh, Deontay said that, and then media dude misconstrued it. No, it wasn't. Because this is the first time I heard it. It was on Yahoo Sports. All right, now check this out. Pay attention, y'all.
There's a clip anywhere. I believe it's just on Yahoo's website. So this is the best you're going to get anyway. It's not like I've clickbaited you. This is literally
February 24th. I'm not going to tell you when the fight was. figure it out, and you'll know it's the truth. You see the date on the screen. Well, I could blow it up, but right under here, this came out February 24th. Go find out when the fight was.
Literally how the interview has been released as far as I'm concerned. Wilder said, "He didn't hurt me at all, but the simple fact is that my uniform was way too heavy for me." Goodness me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight. In the third round, my legs were just shot all the way through.
Did you hear what he said? The third round. I'm going to read it again. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight. In the third round, my legs were just shot through. He got hit with an ear ringer in the third round. That's when he started leaning and running. Anybody remember that?
But I'm a warrior, and the people know that I'm a warrior. It could easily be told that I didn't have legs or anything. A lot of people were telling me it looked like something was wrong with you. Something was, but when you're in the ring, you have to bluff a lot of things. I tried my best to do so. I knew I didn't have the legs because of my uniform. I was
Because of what? The uniform.
only able to put it on for the first time the night before. But I didn't think it was going to be that heavy. It weighed 40 some pounds with the helmet and all the batteries. I'm just trying to be professional here. I wanted my tribute to be great for Black History Month. I wanted it to be good, and I guess I put that before anything.
That's some play I won't get clapped. But that was it. He goes into Mark Brennan throwing in the towel, blase, blase. Now, you heard him say it was suit. Now, the reason I'm playing this suit thing, because it does sound fake, but the reason I'm playing it because he was going so hard about the suit. He was the one opening his mouth about the suit. He admitted he only tried it on the night before, but he didn't walk with it. He didn't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, the next video is the icing on the cake. He truly believed it was the suit. Now, I will again, like I said, this ain't against Deontay. For us, how he looked when he took that helmet off, he was sweating bullets. All right, he was sweating so hard, sweat was already going into his eyes. So that tells me that it was heavy. It was heavy. You're not going to be sweating. Like if it's hot, you're going to have some perspiration on your forehead. But he was sweating bullets. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch. As soon as they pull the helmet piece off, it's just coming down. You understand what I'm saying? Then they took the upper part off and he went to walk and he started kicking his legs out. You know how you kick your legs out like trying to get them, get them going? So if something was wrong, where he talking about, like he said, what did he say? He said drinking certain waters, whatever that means. That was before he came to that ring. And if anything, like I said, it was suit. Now there's more to the suit that you don't know. All right. It's more to the suit. And I'm not just trying to stick with the suit. I'm just trying to prove the fact that he really believed it was the suit. Now we have the people who created the suit, who makes this suit. Now, the guy on the left felt like he had to me, it felt like he had to tell the truth, right? And the guy on the right is just like trying to explain it, go around the question, and the other guy cuts him off. Let me make sure I got it lined up for y'all.
What was going through your head?
Here we go.
It was kind of a shock, honestly, and it was kind of very, it was heart-wrenching. Oh my God.
It didn't sound like Deontay to me.
It didn't sound like Deontay.
Whoa.
You know, because I know that.
Now, the guy that just said, I'm going to rewind. I don't think the volume all the way up, is it, y'all? Because this video is kind of low. We're going to go back. The guy right here, he says, it didn't sound like Deontay because this is when they said he felt like it was too heavy. Now, watch how he changes his story up. Pay attention now. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Okay.
That excuse from Deontay Wilder, what was going through your head?
It was kind of a shock, honestly, and it was kind of very, it was heart-wrenching. Oh my God.
It didn't sound like Deontay to me.
It didn't sound like Deontay.
That doesn't sound like
you know, because I know that Deontay would never throw us under the bus because I know.
Didn't sound like Deontay. Let's continue.
We absolutely love the outfit and the fitting, and it didn't sound like it really came from Deontay. So we didn't believe
Facts,
it. Facts,
Ryan Real. I got a story for you.
All day. Because we were trying to call Deontay, but actually he was busy recovering. Yeah. So that night before we went to bed, we got FaceTime. and it was Deontay, and it was like, guys, things get twisted in the media.
Now listen to this nigga story right here. He said, guys, things get twisted in the media. Now watch this.
Love you guys so much. You guys are family, and we love Deontay. We got to know him and his wife and his kids, and we got really close like family. So it was so reassuring to hear him.
Look at his face on the right.
FaceTime like you and I right now, saying, "I love you guys, and just get ready for the other fight. I'm taking you guys to the top with me."
Look at his face on the right. Here it come, y'all. He can't hold the truth. He can't hold it.
And get ready for the next fight with Fury.
But he did acknowledge the weight of the costume,
Now, did you just peep that? Somebody texted me that did you not just peep that? Him saying, but he did. Now, you heard him how both of them was talking. Look at the dude's face on the right now. Like, dang, he just busted us out. They just made all this story up, and now he finna change it, talking about he did acknowledge the weight of the costume.
He did acknowledge that, and we actually listened to him in that, and we're like, listen, going forward, we know.
I gotta rewind it. I don't think y'all hear me. Now watch it.
And just get ready for the other fight. I'm taking you guys to the
Here it
top.
comes. Again, look at his face. He got to tell the truth.
Me and get ready for the next fight with Fury.
But he did acknowledge the weight of the costume. He did acknowledge that, and we actually listened to him in that, and we're like, listen, going forward, we know that we need to make adjustments in that because, he had to wear that costume for a lot longer than anticipated during that ring walk. Normally, it's a 5-minute ring walk. For that, it's not a problem, but because of the way the timing went in the back.
But he was in it a while before.
Right.
So I could see the way.
Do you see how the truth came out? So they know that suit was super. It was heavy. They know, and it's because of other things that's added on the suit that we didn't get to see.
You know what I mean? Maybe, maybe contributing to it. I understand, but he clarified everything with us. And next time we're going to make the outfit in Scott tissue.
See, I just cracked a joke. Next time we'll make his suit out of Scott's tissue. They're cracking jokes because he felt like they got thrown under the bus. They came up with a game plan like we're gonna act like we're not mad. And the other dude had to tell the truth. Like, forget that. Yeah, he did tell us that it was too heavy.
Well, that's probably a smart plan. So when he says 40 to 45 pounds, do you think that's accurate? And why does it weigh that much? He mentioned batteries because obviously it had the lights in the eyes. Is that how much it weighed, and why does it weigh that much?
That's something that's really interesting. So
we didn't actually weigh it, though. I wish he was here with us right now because I would just drop it on a scale right now.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually weigh it. So basically, it's the same components as the other outfits. Basically, all made in leather, all crystals. But the wiring did add a little weight, and the battery packs did add some weight. So I could see it being.
So those battery packs also weren't just for LED lights. They weren't just for the lighting like that. What they didn't get to see, somebody at the arena dropped the ball.
Really?
And when we had asked for it, we were very clear and went over it many times. We said, no fog machines, no lasers. So they had fog machines there. We asked for a blackout right at the end of the song so that he could have a moment. With the whole stadium. The whole stadium comes through, and the lasers go on. There were lasers coming out of the crown that would have touched the ceiling in the stadium.
So you guys said,
all right, there you go. All right, so I don't play that. That one was long, but you heard him. My man had battery packs, wires, lasers, crystals, and all of this stuff, right, on this suit. So he's carrying around all these rocks. Now, to go back to let me get this off my screen before I get clapped. Future. No, that's not it. There we go. This way. All right, he's gone. Now, that right there, he could have just went with it. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you just go with that? It's proven. Either you told, I don't know if he told them to be quiet about this or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Or what? But my boy had to tell the truth. Like, he did tell us it was too heavy. So why you just ran with that? I would have stuck with that and been like, if you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me. But it sounds more plausible. But I'm going to tell you like this. When you got stuff like that, right? And then you also have Then you also have stuff like this going on. You see it's behind me? When you got a 270 to 280 pound dude laying on you, every chance he get is the difference maker. To me, it was Tyson Fury and Sugar Hill, man. You understand me? Tyson Fury and Sugar Hill made the difference. That is a fact. Sugar Hill's the trainer he got. All right. Son of the great Emmanuel Stewart. You understand what I'm saying, though? That was the difference. And maybe the suit had a little bit to do with it, but I don't believe there was no egg weights. They saying they have proof again. Why aren't you turning this proof in so you can press charges against this cat? Now all this MTK stuff coming out, talking about they connected to the mob and all this stuff. Now they trying to use that as well. Saying Mark Breland's comfortable going to the UK because old boy is connected to MTK and man, forget all that. This is what I want to see. I like Deontay. Deontay is great for the sport. You know why? Because he is a big puncher and he's exciting. He brung money back to the heavyweight division. We can't take that. We can't take that away from him at all. You know what I'm saying? People start recognizing the heavyweight division was getting back exciting. All that because of who? Deontay Wilder. Not a lie. He was bigger than AJ. AJ had more money, but he was bigger than AJ. And AJ had beat the man. He beat Klitschko. So I'll never take that from Deontay. It just, as a champ, just because you lose the belt don't mean you not champ. You still people's champ in certain people's eyes. You have to uphold that. You have became a champ. You will always be a champ. You have to uphold that. No excuses. Go in there and kick some ass and let the people know what's up. Earn that spot to get that shot again, because he cannot not just fight you. You got to get back in contention, work your way back up, and say, hey, yo, let's do this. You hear me? Let's get with it and get your strap back. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I end this, like I said, Mark Breland was capping on there. He knew he was capping on there. But for y'all that don't know, he had wrote I gotta bring this back up, don't it? Dang. All right, I'm gonna put this up behind me bigger than him. Is it locked? Quit playing. No, it ain't locked. We're gonna make this big. Right behind me. How about that? All right. This is on Mark Breland's IG. You can go read it. He wanted to clear it up since people trying to, trip on him or whatever. And I'm gonna get to y'all comments, bro. I got a little story. So because I know you telling the truth, I'm gonna try to find this other video as well by Counterpunch Boxing that attests to what you're saying, right? So this is what Mark Breland said. Now you can call. Now the first part right here, I feel he could left out, but it does explain why he couldn't necessarily answer stuff head on, and that's all I'm gonna read it. Now you can call this the official Mark Breland Speaks. I've had enough. I'm going to say some things here that was reserved for my autobiography. Still by the book. There's so much more. I am going to add a couple of pics. One of a quote from the Daily News Reporter where he says, the usually reserved Mr. Breland is often quiet unless it's something he's passionate about. So true, and this is one of the subjects that has me very passionate, actually beyond passion. So I'm not giving nobody this interview. I'll use my own platform since I've been open like a can of sardines. On the last podcast I was a guest on, damn, they couldn't even wait till the next show to talk about me. I went on that show with them following my request of no Deontay talk. As you see what I'm saying? But when you've been holding on to something for so long, I lost my spot. So long, and you're pissed off about it, obviously anyone can push your buttons and all kinds of shit may come out. But that's not the environment I would have chose to speak on it. So here's Mark's take. I'll start backwards from the podcast I just did. We go to the next page. Anyone who thinks I meant I could be AJ or Deontay opponents now at 57 doesn't require a response. At my age, the only fight I'll have is one for my life. I ain't getting hit no more. I've had my share of fights as a fighter with a little experience. He being sarcastic right there, because that's what they were saying. He got a little experience. People don't know Mark BRELAND, U.S. Olympian and 2-time welterweight champ. No, they don't know nothing about that. But I'm speaking on what I see. I stand by my words that the skill set and boxing IQ I see on AJ and many other fighters that my former fighter fought would not get past a few rounds with me if we were in the same era and weight class, obviously. As far as saying Deontay is done and I'm done, I meant with each other. I don't have no idea of where that man's career is going, and I'm not interested in trying to predict his career. The facts are that my time in the coach position with the Bronze Bomber changed drastically in the 12 years since I started with him. When he turned pro, JD's called me and humbly stated that he need a trainer for a great prospect that he had at his gym. Boxing goes like this. You walk into my gym, I train you. I found you. And sometimes I manage you too. So Jay was seen as the head trainer in the media, but I was the only one on the team with a boxing resume, and I was the only trainer. Now y'all see that, right? And that's a fact. JD's admit that he's not really a boxing trainer. This was okay with me because of my humility. I didn't have to be the one in the front of the camera. I lived that life. After Deontay became a name in boxing, new members joined the team, and it got to the point where I don't even have my fighter's phone number. I haven't spoken to Deontay alone in years. The things that I told Deontay to do had to be ran past Jay. Deontay had become untrainable because he was at the point of he knows more about boxing than all of us. So teaching a correct jab was not a priority to learn once he continued on his knockout streak. So a coach can only teach someone if they're willing to learn. We will wait for the champ hours before he arrived at the gym, and Jay will inform us of his mood. If he had a bad day, we need to be quiet. He said we had to be quiet to not be on his receiving end of his wrath, accordingly to Jay, in an effort to not be fired. It sounded like Jay was just a handler. JD's his handler and Mark was the trainer. And yeah, hitting the bag, jumping rope, and running is not high on the list for him. So if he don't feel like it, he don't. And Jay didn't seem to understand the importance of those things. So he would make it clear not to ask Deontay twice. If I tried to pull Deontay to the side to tell him what I see, Jay made it clear. Don't say nothing. You don't want to make him mad. I've watched this man Deontay speak to many people very disrespectfully, and although I'm extremely humble and calm, I am a man first. I stay on the team because I've been there from the beginning and believed with his power and willingness to learn more, he could be a force in the sport. I never thought anything this insane could take place. I should not have addressed who had the water because that accusation is so asinine it doesn't deserve a reply. Anyone who knows a tiny bit about boxing knows we're tested before and after. Facts, I just said it. Before and after a fight. So that's the end of that ludicrous allegation. And then there's the gloves. To that I say, that's the one time I'm glad Jay treated me like I didn't matter. So he does all the head trainer aspects. The witness for the hand. Next page. Witness for the hand wrapping, the press interviews, everything where a camera is involved, except wrap hands. I'm the one for that. I'm not sure if he knows. In all those years, I can't recall seeing him do it. He mean wrapping hands. The last quote of mine I'll stand by is, the rubbish was on the canvas. I don't do much talking in the ring, but with Lloyd Hunnigan, I did at Muhammad Ali, talking as I beat him up. You just can't be so disrespectful to someone in public or private and not expect to get your ass beat. Now, this chapter of my life / book has come to an end, and I won't be speaking about it anymore. To the ones who know me, I don't need to say anything. And the ones who don't, I'm not trying to defend such ridiculous, outlandish allegations. Lastly, at that fight, just as many others, we had no cut man because Deontay won't need it. I didn't realize that. Wow. So I'm not a doctor, but I know blood coming out your ears and dazed eyes could be a brain issue, and power come from your legs, and his legs were gone. So I made a decision to stop the fight. I'll do it again. I have a son Deontay's age. I'm not looking to see him go out on his shield. I hope we all stay safe. There are so many bigger issues in the world. So I don't know if y'all want to take what y'all get from that, whatever, but my dude, even he acknowledged his legs was weak. Right? So in this, that does sound like he's really against Deontay, just saying that he became uncoachable. The front man is just a handler, and you fired Mark Breland. Now we know why you just fired Mark Breland. He just proved JD's is a yes man. And Mark Breland became a problem because Mark Breland is trying to talk to his fighter. I'm the one that trains him, but I got to go through your yes man. You understand what I'm saying? To get you to do stuff. So when if you go listen to 7-8, now it makes sense when you go listen to 7-8 Sports interview with Deontay, when Deontay was saying it was people in his ear telling Mark Breland is a problem. Mark Breland was just probably trying to be a trainer while everybody else thinking they're a trainer. He's the one with the experience. But again, that's just my opinion. That's speculation. Neither here nor there. My whole point of this is take all of it with a grain of salt and understand this. Mark Breland is a trainer. He's no trainer for nobody right now. He's fired, which means he's null and void. The one dude who's still in contention is Deontay Wilder. All this stuff needs to go out the window. Take a page out of Mark Breland's book. He said this is the last time he's going to address it. Man, it should be the last. That man need to come out and say, man, I don't care about none of that. I'm about to get back to whooping ass and call it a day. You understand what I'm saying? That's what should need to be said. Not all these allegations, not all this crap. I want to see Deontay fight again. That's what I want to see. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. But that's all that needs to be done. I would like to see Deontay, because I'm going to be real with you. And I didn't say this in the beginning because I forgot. People are talking about, oh, Mark Breland want to come out now and talk. Deontay was first to talk, as I showed you guys, right, about the suit. When it came to the water, he went to Brian Custer's podcast on YouTube. You can go find it. He didn't have to go on Brian Custer's podcast. Y'all know who he is, right? The man who commentated on boxing on Showtime. A national syndicate. Why do that? It took all this time for this man to come out. Now this man actually comes out and speak his piece. People are on Mark Breland's head. That's the only problem I have about it. They're making it seem like Mark Breland has made this long trail around the world slandering Deontay, and he hasn't. He hasn't. The world has shifted so backwards, people feel like he should have been doing it, saying, I didn't do it. Back in the day, a person like that to me was guilty. Back in the day, the way I was raised, if I didn't do it, I didn't do it. And I don't have to tell you I didn't do it, because I know I didn't do it. But today it's so backwards. I heard multiple people saying, well, why wasn't he going around telling people, man, I ain't do it because that was me. I'll be everywhere telling people I didn't do it. Look, man, that's bull crap. That's not OG shit. Nigga, if I didn't do it, I ain't do it. Come tell me I did it. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? What do I look like? So that's the only thing that I have. When this man been going around everywhere talking about this, and people in this camp been making all the excuses up for him and all this. Nobody's begging the real questions. Why did you just not come out and say it when you found out Tyson Fury was passing up the fight? Why you let your camp put all this stuff out? The only thing we ever heard this man come out literally himself and say was about the weight of the vest, and everybody else, the people who made it, JDs, all these other allegations came from other sources that we don't know, but people ran with it, talking about egg weights and such. Now he's talking about he has proof of it, but you're not pressing charges. That's bad for the sport. If Tyson Fury did that, he need to get out the sport. And that's just the bottom line. This is what I'm saying. All y'all who making excuses for Deontay, y'all just making him look weak. He's a boxer, man. You should be telling him, hey, stop that. Make a real statement. You the king. Right? Kings fall every now and then they get back up and take back over. It happens. And that's until let the people know that's what you gonna do. Like, look, man, I'm just such a fan of the sport, man. Like I say, when you got these fans that just want to follow, man, oh man, and they're adding race and this and the third. Yes, there is racism, plays a part in boxing. I'm not gonna lie about that though. But just know it does come from both sides. Don't sit there and say that. I've watched certain people. I done watched it on here, on YouTube, on the television, to everywhere. If it's a good boxer, if a white dude is a great boxer, or here they go with their white hope, why he can't just be a good boxer? Like I personally, if you want to know, I personally don't believe that they did something to Deontay to get him out of there. I really just think it was, look, when you do the math on this, I would include the suit. The suit tired him out. Like I said, we got him, you sweating bullets already. Then you got this heavy dude. Deontay came in like at 220. He fighting a guy that's like 270. And every chance that man did, he was running on him and laying on him. Laying on him. Go watch the fight. Some of his punches didn't even connect. But he would just keep swinging until you get up on him and lay on him. That'll tear any man down. Then when he was connecting, it was with some power. Now they say he ain't had no power the first fight. You know why? I'm not even going to tell you. Go tell me how much Tyson Fury weighed the first fight. Tyson Fury came in the first fight under the weight he usually fights at. Well, people don't know, heavyweight's 200 up. Well, as of now, Bridgerweight is what? The new Bridgerweight is 224. So now Bridgerweight is 224. I don't know what's the between weight. But anyway, let's just say heavyweight's 224 and up now. Right? I think Bridgerweight be a perfect weight class for Deontay, the reign king supreme. That's why, because he walks around like 220, 230. That type of cat fighting somebody at goddamn me 270, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, he just fought a bigger, taller dude, bro. Like, if you watch his fights, he's used to fighting people smaller than him. Not what I mean by smaller, not necessarily weight-wise, but height-wise. He was looking up at this man. At a mountain. It don't take that much skill at that point. You better not get hit. He coming down. He's shooting down. The ass velocity. Tugs. He needs to get rid of him now. He needs a real team. If you got rid of, because how you going to sit here and say, I think? He kept saying, he didn't say Mark Breland. Let's make this clear. He never said Mark Breland did something to me. He said, I believe he did. He said, I think he did. Something happened to my water. I think he did. At that moment, you don't know who did it. Get rid of everybody. Get rid of everybody. People was trying to give him help. Let's not forget about that. George Foreman extended his hand, one of the biggest mans. And ironically, he was the last big heavyweight made them type of excuses against Ali, didn't he? He said his shoes were too tight. Something happened to his water. He shouldn't have wore that robe because it was so hot. Y'all don't remember those excuses? But what he should have did, hey, listen to that big dude. Hey, we gonna show you how to box and throw them haymakers. But no, he didn't. But it is what it is, though. But I want to see this man. That man has potential, regardless of the fact. He got power. Let's not forget, he does have power in both hands. Not just that right hand, but he just learned a new trick. He learned that 1-2. Lining up with the left, come straight down the pipe with that right. And it was working for him. He got comfortable just with that. Let's not forget, he was losing against Ortiz, both fights. Ortiz in the second fight was supposed to win, but he got greedy. Now I'm going to take that back because if you're supposed to win, you would have won. Ortiz got greedy. Okay? And took that shot and got laid out. But he was winning 1-7. Clean slate, bro. And I agree with Mark. If you teach this man something, man, he'll be a big force in the sport, bro. A big force in the sport. But pride is crazy. You feel me? Hey, pride cometh before the fall, as it say in the Bible, right? But like my dude say, right here, Ryan Real said he wore. What'd you say? Where is it at? Why the hell would you walk around there and fight with the shit? Is the weight of the costume? Oh, Posey say, is the weight of the costume their problem, or is it his? No, it ain't their problem. My thing is, he should have walked around with it on way before that. He just tried it on. He didn't walk around on it. He said this nigga Wilder walking in like RoboCop. Hey, that's one way. Well, oh my Lord, bro, you know if the shit is heavy or not. He tried to deflect any blame. He don't want to be thrown under at all. I'll give Wilder the credit though. He did choose it. Right. And it's the thing too. Everybody on Joe D. Ain't nobody on Joe D's. If this is weight and stuff in the glove, they said Mark Breland, right, threw JD's under the bus, right? But y'all threw Mark Breland under the bus first, talking about some water. And that was already fact. That's a fact. If it's a fact, that's not throwing nobody under the bus, bro. Mark Breland, it's the truth. He was in there. JD's was the one in there watching that man get wrapped and gloved up. Right? So that's not throwing nobody in the bus. That's just calling it a fact. The fact of the matter of what it is just a fact. That's not throwing nobody in the bus. Throwing somebody in the bus saying, I think you spiked my water, so I'm going to fire you, and you fire me with no proof. That's throwing somebody's under the bus. That's throwing somebody under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Where that one with Ryan? Pure Diva. Remember, said Pure Diva, and that shit came back tenfold on it. Facts. And the one line that I like that Mark did say in his Instagram, you can't expect to talk shit and not get your ass whooped. You can't expect to talk shit and not think this dude is finna come here and beat your ass. You cannot think that. Wilder second rank in the world behind Fury. Is he? Shit, goddamn me. We'll see after this AJ fight. But you know, heavyweight rankings be messed up sometimes too, though. But I'm all right with that. I ain't gonna lie, because I do want to see them fight again. I just don't think it's gonna sell like the first one, unless they put it on ice and build it back up. You feel what I'm saying? But if they fight next right now, I don't think it's gonna sell like that. Wilder needs to come back and fight Dillian White, get his life back. That's why I said, but I want to fight Charles Martin. Go and fight Prince Charles Martin, a Dillian White. Get you two under your feet, and then start calling people back out. But you got to win them, though. You got to win them. You feel me? You can't just not win them. You got to win them. You knock some people out. Here it is. Ryan Real said, I walk around in gear in the fire department that can weigh up to 70 to 75 pounds. After a few minutes of walking, even a person in the best shape will honestly say, this shit gets heavy. That being said, Ryan Real, if you're still here, check this out. I used to go to this place called the California Conservation Corps. I used to live in California. It's like a mixture of the military and public service. And you have to work a job. So this is how it works. when you get to the conservation corps, they treat you like the army. You have your own clique, your own orientation, right? What they call it comment, but it's like an orientation group. You stay with for a month. You can't talk to nobody else but the people in your orientation. If they catch you talking to somebody else, you're getting kicked out, right? For this month. No girls. If the girl is in your orientation, you can talk to her. But anybody else, they let you walk around everybody. You can't talk to nobody. And it's a beautiful experience for knuckleheads, because I was a knucklehead, and it helped me in my life. So then you go through that, and then you go finally get assigned to a crew. You have to be dressed to impress, goddamn me, like y'all do. You got to have the 2 creases, boom, your 3 creases in the back. Your patches better be right. You understand me? You do earn rankings, so that better be right. And you get checked out in roll call every morning. If your patches wasn't right, they rip it off, embarrass you in front of everybody. You dock for the get. But you end up, you get a job. I was doing, I did forestry. I did forestry, which I was eligible for fire camp, right? Before that, I was doing tri-state. I know how to build doors and hang windows. We used to do doors from scratch and hang windows, right? Then I went to forestry, my bad. And that I was with fire camp. The fires that y'all see on TV, that we call that fire season. Everywhere else, they think somebody lit that shit on fire or whatever. No, it's just fire season in California. I used to go up there, cut fire line, G. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember how you pronounce Lomax, Nomax. Man, that shit heavy and hot. Boy, you up there cutting fire line with the F5. You know what I'm talking about? That damn sharp ass rake. With one side a rake and one like a razor. I'm cutting fire line up there and shit, boy. And a funny story real quick, man. I had to wet the hose, wet the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm wetting the road and shit, right? Ryan Real, I'm wetting the road. And then, goddamn me, I didn't know fire can jump. And the wind blew. Boy, that flame went on my head and caught the other side on fire, man. Let that hose going. Broke, nigga. Whole hose is doing this shit, goddamn me. Whole hose going. And I just jumped in and dipped. Man, that shit blew me away, bro. No, Max, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ryan, I know, bruh. That's the funniest shit. Now, I'm about to show y'all something. If I can find it. Let me find my dude Counterpunch real fast for y'all. Then we gonna get up out of here. Oh, man, it's bringing up movies, man. Don't stop playing with me. Oh, here we go. Counterpunch, boxing news. Okay, stop that. Hold on, I'm gonna cut that off real quick. So if it's playing, let me go to his videos, bro. He had Deontay, and if I can't, I'm just gonna tell you, he had a Deontay Wilder in a fire suit, bro. What? I don't see 1 hour ago. This dude upload videos relentlessly. I gotta get like this cat. I'm talking about his videos be up there. He started the fight early, breaking Javante news. Man, get off my screen. I can't see. Damn, man, I can't remember when I saw it, dog, and it had Deontay Wilder. Maybe I should just YouTube it, bro. Because he had to find it on YouTube himself, right? Right? He had to. How about Deontay? Wow. Oh, here it is. Hell yeah. Check it out. Oh shit. Hold on. It's a commercial. Skip it. Shout out to Fight Hype. It's on their stuff. Skip it. Now look at this.
These are our firefighters. Fire stations live.
Watch this. Okay. I'm a skip.
Meg, you got
On
that?
the last shot, we won.
I love it. I love it. I'm excited. I'm so excited to be
You guys back
amongst
up, please. Everybody
what's
back
been
up.
going on, man. Just
Back
on-
up. Back up.
Yeah.
Then everybody back up.
So if boxing don't work out, I got a job?
We're hiring. One foot. So everybody gets have a spot for you.
All right. On behalf of my team, we want to present you guys some. Yes. To the Wilder and Fury fight, the biggest heavyweight title fight in the history. Been a long time coming for a fight of this magnitude in person, and this time you get to sit back and relax and enjoy your guys' time and your hard work and dedication that you provide for the city and the state.
Thank you, Chad.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The cameras for us real quick.
I
Take
can't
hands and
find
hold the and both look at the cameras, please. Right there. Right there, please.
DEONTAY, just here.
Hold on, man. There's more to it, man. It gotta be more to it, cause like,
With being here with the firefighters?
Just generally the build up to the fight, and how this feels compared to any event you've been involved in before.
With being here with the firefighters?
Just generally the build up to the fight, including.
no, this ain't it.
Can you describe how this feels compared to
Man, look.
any event you?
Somewhere in this stuff, man, I ain't about to keep looking this up, man, but somewhere in this, right, my dude jump up and down. He was like, man, I feel like I want to run in this and blah, 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 blah. I was like, what? But the suit was a problem. So that's why I wanted to play, man. I forgot all about that video, but yeah, he said that and somewhere in one of his videos, and I don't want them, you know what I'm saying, hearing me up, but I should have found that. I should already had it queued up, but I forgot all about it. But yeah, he goes and be like, yeah, this weight like what, 100 pounds? Make me want to get up and, you know, and train in this. And I was like, what? Like, how do you say that, right? You know what I'm saying? But it was just funny that Counterpunch, shout out to Counterpunch, because he's a great commentator. Counterpunch is a great boxing show to watch, y'all. But yeah, that's fun. It was funny then. I mean, it's funny now, Ryan. It's funny now, Ryan Real. I promise you, but it wasn't funny then, bro. I was scared shitless. But yeah, I did that shit for 4 years? I did it for 4 years, bro. And I loved it. Down there fire camp, nigga. You tripping me out, the tide trucks coming out, you could watch it. And we got paid for 24 hours around the clock. Cause like we would get woke up, man, and it's like being almost in a war zone. You so close to the mountain on fire, man. You watching the planes drop water down, man. The prison workers out there even helping, bro. They got fire cap in prison. Prison workers out there, goddamn me, and I know about that one too. But county workers too. It's for county and it's for prison workers, man. Man, that shit was crazy, bro. But it was a wonderful experience, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn about a lot of everybody, other nationalities and shit. Cause like they would come get me, especially if you was one of the best people to work. They come get me and be like, "We need you to lead a crew to whoop de whoop." You know what I'm saying? We getting the CRV, goddamn me, roll up in that motherfucker, man. This shit was crazy, bro. But it was a wonderful experience, man. Hey, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. But hey, if y'all can share this when they come back up, share this, man. We trying to grow over here. We trying to reach that 1,000 mark, man. New stuff coming through. Like I said, stay tuned. Make sure y'all are subscribed to SLK50 TV. All right, make sure you're doing that because it's gonna be some new great stuff happening that way. I just don't want to announce everything yet, so I know I got it all perfected, and I will do that. All right, y'all be easy, man. Like I say, take this shit with a grain of salt. Everybody trying to pick sides. Oh, be on Mark Breland's side. Be on Deontay's side. Look, man. At this moment, Mark Breland's a nobody, man. Mark Breland, and that's not no disrespect. Just Mark Breland is not the boxer, bro. I want to see Deontay come back up. You know what I'm saying? Come out of this and put on a show for the people. All right? I'm up out of here, y'all. Deuces.
Who you hating on? Who you hating on? Who you hating on? Who you hating on? You ain't hating on me. You ain't hating on me.